So I've been reading through this book called The Art of Attack in Chess. It's from some dude named Vladimir Vukovic, or however you say his name. He's some Russian dude, right? And it's literally goes over all the different ways to attack in chess and all the intricacies that go along with this, so like mating patterns, mating nets, and different mating techniques. And in the first chapter, I have to get to the first chapter for you guys. It's called The Attack Against the Uncastled King, right? It's kind of a cool little book. And I want to show the very first game that's shown in this book. And the reason why is because it's a really cool game. It lasted 13 whopping moves. 13 moves. And in 13 moves, one of these guys completely kicked the butt of the other guy. This is from a correspondence game. So back in the day, they used to have games where they would just mail their chess moves against one another, and that was how people played against each other from all over the world. It was kind of a goofy way of doing it. But it's from 1928. I just kind of want to show this game because it's actually really cool. So I'm not the best at memorizing moves, or I'm not even the best at reading moves. So I'm gonna go through here really quick and try to use this cheat sheet. But it starts with the English opening, c4, followed by e5, and then it's knight c3, knight f6, knight f3, knight c6, d4, e takes d4, knight takes d4, bishop b4, knight takes c6, and b takes c6. Kind of just a standard opening so far, right? Nothing too phenomenal. Then white plays kind of a little goofy move, g3. It even says it right here. It's a little question mark next to the move. It's a little question mark. Like what kind of a move is that? Kind of a little goofy, right? Not the best move. But then white plays a little interesting move. Not white, excuse me, black. Queen e7. Queen e7. And it actually talks about that. When you're attacking a king who isn't castled yet, the attack should be done along the e file. Because that's where the king is going to be the most vulnerable. It even says here, an attack on the e file tends to occur most frequently at an early stage of the game. Because they're not castled yet. They're not castled yet. And this queen to e7, it actually says here in a little paragraph, a good move, which counters white's plan of playing bishop g2 followed by castling by attacking along the e file. If white were now to play e3, for example, such an attack would admittedly not follow, but he would still be weakening his position. So now the game continues, followed by bishop g2, bishop a6, queen d3, guarding the weakened pawn, d5, going full bore into an attack, b3, right, because you have a weakened pawn here, so white plays b3 to guard that pawn. But look at what he did. He undefended the knight. The knight is pinned to that king. And the queen is the only piece now defending that knight. And that's pretty crucial about what we're about to see. Because what will we see? d4. d4, folks. Pushing an undefended pawn forward. That's just giving away free material, right? Or is it? There's a concept in chess called poison pawns, right? And this is a poison pawn. White would actually just be better to give away that knight and just move his rook away than the take what's about to happen to him. Queen takes d4 is what was played. Awful move, right? Rook d8 is now what's played. White has fallen for the trap. You have to ask yourself now, the queen is the only piece guarding that knight, right? How do you defend that knight? Where does the queen even can go? Queen can only go to here. It's the only square the queen can now go to defend that knight, which is an equal trade with the other queen. But what happens if he does that? Queen goes here, queen takes queen, pawn takes queen, bishop takes knight with check. King has to move out of the way, and then the bishop will take the rook in the corner. I mean, white's position is completely destroyed and falling apart. Black would be completely winning the game. So white does bishop, takes c6 with check, king f8, and white convinces himself that he's actually blocking the move. Right? He just blocks it. No more danger, right? No more danger. It's all good. All good, no problem. Rook takes the bishop. Rook takes the bishop. The queen cannot take the rook because it's guarded by the knight. The knight's pinned. The other knight's pinned, right? That pin. No way that's happening. Pawn takes is actually checkmate. So that ain't happening. What can white even do here? The only thing he can do is the step off what we already discussed, which is just losing. This is just such a cool game. I love tactics like this. I don't know who these people really are. Some guy named Meeston versus a guy named Mueller. I have no idea who these people are. But it's played in a game from 1928. Apparently these people are really good. Black kicked white's butt. I just thought I'd share that. It's kind of a cool little game though. It really is. I really don't know what the best plan for white is here. I mean, they could snap that pawn off, go into this completely losing position, and then maybe win a bishop at the end of it. I mean, I couldn't even... I don't even know what white can really do. It's just completely lost. The computer gives... Let me look here. What does this say in here? A3 is the best move. Just hang the queen. Matter of fact, is that the best move for black? Yep. Best move for black now is just take the queen. So best move for white there is to hang their own queen, just so they can take that. This is why you have to be very, very worrisome about those pins sometimes. Those pins can be pretty nasty if you get into a bad position. The pressure can just be unbreakable, and you can lose queens. Kind of a cool game. Thought I'd share. Oh well. Hope you guys liked it. Toodaloo. Toodaloo? Is that the right? Sayonara. Goodbye. I'm okay with saying toodaloo. Bye.